Make Marvel male again. This is a video by Melonie Mac Go Boom. That is such a great name. Anyway, let's check this out.
I already know I'm gonna be called a pick me for this video, but I don't even care at this point because I know my fellow tomboys will be able to relate. So if you're one of my viewers who is a tomboy who grew up liking male-dominated hobbies, I can't wait to see your comments.
Hold on, am I watching the wrong video? This is not for me? Because I'm not a tomboy, I'm a whole male. There's only two genders, by the way. Let's continue watching.
And what you have to say, because I know I'll be able to relate to that. But basically, we have seen a huge rise in pandering with a lot of movies, comic books, video games, so on and so forth, where existing properties that were male dominated and that were appealing to men, and that the demographic that they attempted to reach initially were men. We're seeing those be completely hijacked and with the MCU and as Nerdrotic coined the term MCU, we've seen properties like Doctor Strange when we in the sequel, and we've seen like Thor with Love and Thunder and so on and so forth. These are just two of many examples of where they're taking these properties that have male leads and honestly hyper masculine leads, in case of like Thor especially, and hijacking it, using the appeal and the fandom to get the money, get the ticket sales and all that. But then they want to pull a switcheroo, a bait and switch, right? Where, okay, this is about the woman instead, this is about the women instead, we're just gonna have the women all take over. And we've also seen this in like the gaming industry in general. This is very prevalent. We've seen Anita Sarkeesian roll in, a woman who has said herself she's not a gamer. We saw her roll in, drop a nuke, get her bag, and leave because she just wanted to cash out on that. She wanted to insert her feminist ideology into everything. And the gaming industry has changed a lot, and we've seen woke ideology and all this stuff just plague and take over the gaming industry too. And so for those women like myself and a bunch of others who were into these hobbies, whether it be comic books, action movies, video games, even sports, right? We were into those hobbies as observers. We didn't ever expect things to be hijacked. Now, there's some properties that will have female leads. I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan, obviously. Classic Lara Croft.
She has a whole bunch of Lara Croft statues in the back. She is a deep fan of Tomb Raider. I never got interested in Tomb Raider in my life. Never played it. Never got interested in it. Maybe one day I might. I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know.
I'm not even talking about the new stuff. Classic Lara Croft, right? Look at my Cara Dune cutout here. I loved Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. So I'm not saying we don't ever like seeing women in this, and men like seeing women in these things as well when it's done right and it's done authentically.
Aww,
and not just to hijack some existing thing. Apart from that, there's a lot of sausage fest type stuff that some of us women are into that we enjoy watching, but as an observer, and people have a hard time grasping this because society has for some reason been pushing narcissistic ideals onto people that we can only like something if we see ourselves represented in it, and they can't comprehend. I think us tomboy types have confused these peeps in general very much. They don't know what to think of us. They either tell us that we think we're born in the wrong body and we're actually dudes, which all of us tomboys know that's not the case. That, hey, no, we very much love being women. And
I made a video about this. I said that tomboys don't exist anymore. It's whether you're a transgender or you're just something is just wrong with you, or you're alien or something. Like I said trans. Tomboys don't exist anymore. They don't exist. If you're a tomboy, you're more than likely a trans. You have to transition to a guy because you like guy stuff and you're a woman. You can't be a feminine girl and like guy stuff. You have to be a trans person, and you have to go to what is it called? Transition therapy. Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Insane, man. Insane.
It's fun being a woman, but we just like things that dudes like too, like sports and all this kind of stuff. But we don't watch these things, we don't read these things, we don't play these games and all that to see ourselves. It's just it's not about us. It's something that's fun to observe. Not only that, but we, when it comes to what Marvel's been doing in general, which we've seen so much with Marvel hijacking properties of male dominated things or male led things and having the switcheroo and it's about the women. We make Marvel male again. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I like how things were before. We still had Black Widow. She was cool. She wasn't necessary. I think a lot of us who were into these things before, us women, we still would have watched this stuff without Black Widow in it. But she did add, she was cool. She wasn't a man-hating trope. But with things like She-Hulk, for example, I feel like where they disconnect with the audiences, okay? And if they're really trying to pander to the female audiences who are into the nerd space, they're doing it wrong. Because us women who are in the nerd space and who like these things, and us tomboys and so on and so forth, we don't hate men. We have been in the trenches of these male-dominated hobbies all of our lives, so we've related to these dudes in our interest, and we've had friends who were dudes or brothers. Like, I grew up with two brothers. One reason why I have such male-dominated interest is because I grew up with two brothers and no sisters, so I liked the stuff they like. I just grew up with it. And so we don't hate men. So when you make something like She-Hulk, and where the whole premise of the freaking show is hating on men and demonizing men, it's not gonna work for the women nerds. What you're going to appeal to is male-hating feminists who otherwise probably would have never watched it, but because they found something that is screaming their ideologies and they are able to attach their whole personality to it, then they do. But otherwise,
bro, I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. Like, if you want to pander to women or whatever, don't make it forced. Like, I've said this before, Marvel movies don't hit the same anymore. You don't have to make it woke. Like, if you want to make a woman ordained movie, a woman just like focused on, the woman, let's say Black Widow or whatever. That Black Widow movie was demonizing men. They made the men weak. They made them like useless. They emasculated them. It just was bad. It just was terrible. What they did in Black Widow and Iron Man 2, they did her justice. It was fire. It wasn't about her hating men. It wasn't about her overcoming men or her being the major, It wasn't like she's trying to overtop men or anything like that. Like, she was just a supporting character and she was good in it. Everything that they do with women now is always trying to, make a woman like as strong as the man, or, trying to like demonize the man or some way, or like woman power or something weird like that. Like, bro, why you don't have to force it. You don't gotta force it. You don't have to. You can make Wonder Woman beat up Superman and not make it woke. You can make it possible. You don't have to make it to seem like, a woman could be as strong as a man and this, that, and the third. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to make it mad corny. You don't have to make it woke. You don't have to do it. You don't have to make every woman thing has to be where she has to overtop a man and she has to, overcome the patriarchy and all this other stuff. Like, that's corny, man. Like, why can't a woman just, like, inherit her feminine roots and overcome a man or something like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, they always got to do it woke. They always got to make it trash. Like, I don't understand that. And make the whole theme of it hating men. I don't understand that. If men was out here trying to overcome like stuff, and the theme was hating women, bro, it will be World War VI, bro. We don't do that. But it's okay for a woman to sit up there and make a whole show about demonizing and hating men and emasculating them. Crazy. Crazy stuff, bro. I don't understand. And nobody likes it, and they still do it. Of course, the feminist people like it because they're freaking weird, and they just like hating men for some odd reason, even though without us, you would not be here, but okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
Would they have had any interest? No. Let's face it. The reason why Marvel is so successful is because of the male audiences. That's the biggest audience. Okay, when it comes to action movies and stuff in general, being a hero is a male fantasy. That is more of a male fantasy than a female fantasy. Like, it's just how it is. We probably are seeing these in different lenses, but regardless, it's women who enjoy this kind of stuff and have before things have gotten so political and before they've tried to insert feminist ideology into absolutely everything or woke ideology or all this representation stuff. Women who were into these hobbies, we enjoyed it from the outside and we were fine with that. I remember them trying to incorporate like a female Ninja Turtle or something like that. Anytime they try to insert a female into a male space that she previously wasn't there, it never did come across right to me, and I never liked it. When I grew up,
and it's always unnatural. Like, it doesn't come like with, an interesting story. It's just like, oh yeah, she's just there. No interesting story. Oh, she's a woman. She hates men. She's beating up men. She's as strong as a man. That's it. No interesting story. She's just on top of equal as a man, and that's it. Like, it's not interesting. It's boring. It's trash. It's corny, and nobody likes it. But they still keep doing it, and it's unnatural.
Watching, or playing the Ninja Turtles games or whatever, I didn't want a female Ninja Turtle. I didn't need to see myself. I didn't even want it. I would not have liked it. I wanted to feel like it's just a comfort. I guess it's a comfort zone thing in a way too. It's just like, oh, feel like one of the dudes, right? You get to watch the dudes just do their thing. It doesn't have to be all about us, and we don't need all this attention, and we don't have to see ourselves, and it's just wild. And so now we have like the Marvels dropping, and I feel like the entire premise and the entire marketing behind this and everything behind this is just like, women, look, it's women, guys, look, representation, women, representation, instead of actually being good. Obviously we have no trailer or anything like that, so there's not a whole lot to go on, but
I feel like this is blasphemy. I don't know why. I just feel like this is complete blasphemy. There's something wrong with this picture. There's something seriously wrong with this picture, and I do not like it at all. Something in my spirit is telling me something's wrong with this. I feel like this is pure blasphemy. I don't know why I feel like this is pure blasphemy. I feel like this is trying to mock God or the Trinity or something. I don't know. There's something wrong with this picture. I cannot tell you, but there's something wrong with this picture.
Just the way that Marvel has been lately and how they've been treating the female characters, all this kind of stuff, it's just not what us female nerds have gotten into this nerddom space for. But it's just society is so crazy right now. Society is pandering so hard to narcissists, and that's why we're seeing all this clown world stuff going on. And we're seeing people who are changing their entire identities. People are making up pronouns, for crying out loud. They're making up genders.
There's only two genders. Mind blown.
Narcissists are being glorified. The narcissists are coming out of the woodwork because they're being glorified. And when you have all of this huge focus on just representation instead of good entertainment, you're bringing out the narcissist in droves and they're hijacking everything. We've seen so many existing amazing shows and video games and comics books be absolutely ruined because of identity politics and because of woke ideologies and because they're feeding narcissists. And so then the narcissists who were never into the nerd space in general, they've hijacked it and they've taken over. And this is why, and I've talked about with video games time and time again, this is why we've seen such a turn and such a change in the West, especially with games just being made for that common denominator, entry level people. Games used to be notorious for being challenging, and now it's like most of the focus is just on story. And the common denominator gamer, non-gamer I call them, because I mean they waltzed in just when, you know, things started getting more popular. Once things started going mainstream with gaming, that's when they waltzed in. But also it's like narcissists have come out of woodwork to where, oh, this is the big thing everybody likes now, and now we're all talking about our identities and we're obsessing with ourselves and having to see ourselves on screen. I want in on this, and I want to see myself on this, even if I gotta make up a fake identity and push for them to start adding fake genders and this and that. It's just, it never ends. And so a lot of people who have hijacked these hobbies and have pushed out actual nerds, they're only in it to see themselves. They're only in it because they need validation from an outside source for some reason. And
bro, you know how sad you have to be doing that? Like, you know how insecure and like down bad of a human you have to be doing that? Like, honestly, God, you know how down bad you are if you're doing that? Like, you really want that much representation? Like, you really want some down bad stuff, bro. And mind you, they're not doing you justice, because they're writing you in the most disrespectful, typical, unnatural way possible. They don't do it to satisfy you. They do it to brainwash you, to make you feel good about yourself and make you even more insecure. And plus, they make it trash. If you think that's good, you don't know what good writing is. You never know what good writing is. You know what good writing is by looking at the original traditional comics that were made by men and had good writing. Look at all the Marvel movies, like Phase 1, for example. That was some good writing. Going to Phase 5, or what? I don't even know what phase we're in. 4 or 5, whatever we're in, absolute garbage. Trying to pander women and trying to, empowerment. You're not empowered. Nothing. You're empowered to trash. And that's how they respect y'all, because nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. And I know somebody might say, oh, maybe it's maybe the red pill people that's liking it. No, even blue people are not liking it either. Democrats and all those other people don't even like it either, because they're like, why they're not making it natural? Why are they just putting it in there and making it trash?
This is why the nerd space has been utterly ruined. And so people will get mad at us for gatekeeping or whatever, because we're starting to stand up and speak out against this crap, and they want to demonize us and be like, why would you gatekeep? You need to accept everyone. Well, we did that, and look what happened.
And it's trash.
Look at how everything just went to crap. So I'm at the point now where I'm like, hey, go ahead. Can Marvel focus on the male stories again? Please? Give us a...
Here's the thing. Even if they do focus on the male stories, they're going to make it trash. They're going to emasculate them. They're not going to make them as powerful as they did before. They're going to make them emasculated. They're going to make it emotional. They're going to make them a soy boy. They're going to make them mad soft. No gummy worm. They're going to make them literally gummy bears and gummy worms, bro. They're going to make them mad soft, bro. Just like Thor Love and Thunder. That move... Bro, did you guys see Thor's costume, man? Did you guys see his costume? You saw it! Look at his costume in Thor Love and Thunder compared to his first costume. If you saw the Love and Thunder costume, Like, literally, let's say he was about to rob you, right? You would not be intimidated. You would literally laugh in this man's face. If he was wearing the Thor 1 costume, you would give him your socks. You will be naked. You give him everything. Him wearing that bird-like type B costume was absolute buffoonery. So even if they was to focus on men, it doesn't even matter. There's no hope. There's no hope for this anymore. There's no hope. I heard Ant-Man Quantumania was absolute horrendous. I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I probably will watch it because I watched the two of them. I watched the first Ant-Man and the second one Ant-Man. I watched the first and second Ant-Man. So I don't know. I might watch a third one if I have time, because my time is very precious and I take it very seriously. And if I watch that movie and it wastes my time, I promise you I might have to do something. I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard it was absolute buffoonery. I didn't watch Thor: Love and Thunder. I just knew it was trash. I knew it was absolute garbage. I didn't watch it. I didn't have to watch it. I knew it was garbage. The trailer was garbage. The reviews were controversial. I'm not watching that. It was already garbage. I'm not watching that. But yeah, bro. And I know somebody may say, "Oh, what? Don't judge a book by its cover." I know it's garbage. I'm not watching that. I promise you I'm not watching that. I'm not. I would have to get paid to watch that. I promise I'll have to get paid to watch that, honest to God.
It was a female story from time to time. And with the good female characters who were authentic and not written as just some sort of feminist trope, that would be fine. That would be great. I am cool with that. But I want to have this entertainment and observe it for entertainment purposes and not to have to see myself. Again, my fellow tomboys will relate. We don't sit down and watch the Super Bowl because we need to see ourselves. It's just not how it goes. We're into the actual game. We're just into it. We like it. We like the nerd space. We like watching these dudes kick butt. It's just fascinating. It's fun to watch. We like to observe it as an outsider. We don't have to be a part of it. And then, of course, we have our own power fantasies like Lara Croft that we can still have as well, as her own identity, as her own thing. She didn't have to hijack a dude's thing. She did her own thing. And guys love to be an observer of her awesomeness too, right? So there is room for women, but make good stuff. Just make good stuff. Don't hijack what the men already have. None of us asked for that. None of us tomboys asked for that. None of us nerd girls. We didn't ask for that. We don't want it. And I don't know. Just in a society that glorifies narcissism right now, there's a huge disconnect. And with the woke ideology, they don't know what to do with us tomboy girls who are still feminine and girly, but who just have tomboy hobbies. We don't want to be men, okay? We also don't want to see ourselves hijacked in this male space. We just want to observe and just feel like we're hanging out. So yeah, we're confusing to the woke peeps, very much so. But anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think.
Of course. Yo, oh, bro, listen, man. Here's the reality. I said this in my Marvel's video. Marvel doesn't hit the same anymore video, and I'm gonna say it one more time. Marvel Disney, Marvel fusion with Disney. I don't know what you are. I don't really care. Stop making it woke. Stop being freaking lazy, man. Make it good again. Make it like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Avengers, the first one, Age of Ultron. We don't talk about Infinity War, where it made me cry, made me rethink about life, made me almost have a seizure. Make it good like that again. Stop being freaking lazy. PLZ. Stop being freaking lazy, man. Stop trying to pander to these woke people. These woke people are freaking weird in itself. They're weirdos. Let's be honest. They're weirdos. They're weird. They don't know what good writing is. They can't even write a script to save their life. So stop trying to pander to those people. You're not pandering to nothing. The money that you're giving to woke people is literally vanity. It's not going to nothing. You're losing billions of dollars already. You're losing it because you're trying to make everything inclusive and all this. If you're gonna make it inclusive, make it good. Make it original. Stop just putting it in our face like we're just some like freaking guinea pigs or something. It's not fun anymore. I can't even be excited. The only movie I was excited for was Spider-Man No Way Home. And there was no wokeism in there. None. There was nothing, and it was good. Mind you, the plot was a little bit controversial, a little bit confusing, but it was fan service, and it's something we always wanted to see happen on the big screen. And apparently you can't do this no more. And I'm hearing you guys folded with Ant-Man, and you guys had 2 good movies. Stop being freaking lazy, man. DC had to rewrite their whole stuff because of the woke foolishness and because the movie was garbage. Stop making it trash. Stop. Nobody's gonna watch your stuff. Nobody's gonna watch it. Or if they are gonna watch it, they're just gonna hate watch it. Which I find stupid in itself, but that's the reality. People are gonna hate watch your stuff. So again, stop making it woke and make it good again. Simple. And that's the reality. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Subscribe to my Christian channel. Very important. Jesus is important to your life if you haven't given your life to Christ already. And yeah, man. That was my thoughts. I apologize for being crazy. Shout out to Melanie Mac. I highly doubt she's gonna watch this. Maybe, because she be on her. This is her job, and I don't know. She might watch this because I tag everybody I watch videos of, so she might see it. I don't know. We'll see. That wasn't the point of this video anyway. But anyway, yeah, man. It's very sad. You know, my childhood of Marvel movies has diminished. It's absolute garbage now. I don't remember the last Marvel movie I watched. The last one I did watch was Spider-Man No Way Home, and that was literally 2 years ago. 2021, 2 years ago. That's insane, bro. I never watched any other movie besides Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't remember what movie I watched before that. So it's actually really insane. I never watched none of the TV shows. None. Because I find it corny. And I heard they're mid. And I'm not watching somebody, I think Dean or somebody told me to watch Scarlet and what's that guy's name? Scarlet and Vision or Scarlet and Wanda or whatever it's called. Vision and Wanda, whatever that movie, whatever that show is called. I'm not watching that. That's corny. I'm not watching that. I don't even like Vision in itself, and I don't like Wanda Witch anyway, so I'm not watching that. And I'm not watching Loki either, because I heard it has a whole bunch of woke stuff, and I heard he's like, what is he? He doesn't even know his pronouns or something like that. I'm not watching that, bro. I'm good. Bro, I'm good on that. Anyway, yeah, bro. That's it, bro. I'm done. Subscribe if you're new. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.